Hey, my Legion, how y'all doing today? I'm here today to review a movie called Monster Squad, 1987. Now, not to be confused, because most people remember Monster Squad, they do not remember there was a Saturday morning TV show in the early 70s, in like 75, 76, called Monster Squad. Fred Grandy, who played Gopher in Love Boat, in it, which I was a big fan of as a kid. It only lasted for 1 year. And we even bought the board game, the Monster Squad, which I can't find any videos about the board game from the TV show on YouTube. We know the board game was, yeah, it's on average. Because most of the board games we bought were cool. This one was, it was only okay. Dad said it wasn't the greatest board game. And, I'll probably be reviewing the Monster Squad eventually. But I mean, I didn't want to the TV show eventually. But I don't want to do a comparison between the movie and the TV show because they're two completely different things. It'd be just like reviewing the movie Ghostbusters from Columbia with the old filmation live action comedy with Larry Storch and Forrest Tucker. It'd be about the same thing, two completely different things. But as far as like I did versus as far as like memories go, I remember seeing those in the 70s as a kid. It would go to the TV show, but I mean, it's not fair to compare a big budget movie with those Saturday morning kid shows that were done on a shoestring and then it didn't last very long. Well, anyways, the Monster Squad 1987 film. It bombed when it came out. It was like $12 million. The budget was $12 million. I think on IMDb it said like 1.9 million the first week it came out, and it just made a gross of just under 4 million. So I mean, it did bomb when it came out, but it became a cult classic over the years. Now I heard about it in '87. I remember playing in theaters. I wanted to see it. I was in my senior year of high school. And I didn't see it. I remember Cisco and Eva reviewing it. I think they liked it, or Roger Ebert. I think I remember Roger Ebert saying he liked hearing Frankenstein say, "Give me a break." Can't remember if they liked it or didn't like it, but I mean, a lot of times they don't like anything. And I didn't see it for a long time. I was always looking for it, and I finally saw it on in the library in Germany, and I watched it on Vestron Video, and that was like a VHS release that came on '88. I thought it was based on the TV show. I didn't know, but no, it's a completely different thing. The Fred Grandy thing, which was different about like Fred Grandy's in a wax museum. He has a supercomputer used to fight crimes, and then both Dracula, Frankenstein, and the Wolfman want to uh, correct all the misdeeds and bad things they did in the past and help fight crimes and stuff like that, and their goofy crimes and stuff. No, it had nothing to do with this. This is completely different. It revolves around Dracula, Frankenstein. There's more monsters. This one: Dracula, Frankenstein, Wolfman. And then Creature from Black Lagoon, The Mummy, and then they have Vampire Brides of Dracula, like three of them towards the end, towards close to the end of the film, and it revolves around them, having evil brought back in the world. They had like Van Helsing, they have something like in 100 years they had to destroy an amulet and now let evil back into the world. And these kids who love monsters formed a thing called the Monster Squad. Well, they just talk about monsters and stuff. And they get involved in this whole thing. This one kid gets a book by Helsing about how to defeat the monsters and stuff. The monsters are after the kids and stuff. It's really a very entertaining film. I classify it as horror action comedy. A lot of times those are the best, like Reanimator and stuff like that. Lots of horror, or like, well, this is more for kids. Even though there's violence in it, it's PG-13. There's violence in it and cursing, just like The Gate. And The Gate's a great movie too. Um, I know my friend Ness Hernandez liked this movie a lot, and I mean, cause I told him, and he said he was a big fan of the movie, and I think it was on Netflix, and I want to see it again because I haven't seen it since I was in Germany. It wasn't there, and I found it a year or so later on Amazon, free on Amazon Prime, so I watched it. I really enjoyed it again. I mean, I think I liked it when I saw it in Germany, and it was hard to find a new releases, especially at the library. I only found it the one time, and I really enjoyed the movie. It was hard to find though. I give it a 9.5 out of 10, almost perfect 10. It's a wonderful, wonderful film, and I think you'll enjoy it if you get a chance to see it. I mean, like I said, when it first came out, it bombed. It didn't do well. I mean, well, a lot of movies bombed that had and eventually had a cult classic following, just like Disney movie Hocus Pocus did. I guess the bombed when it came out. I remember seeing that a few years later on cable. I really enjoyed it on Stars or something like that, like 2, 3 years later, and then that became a cult classic too. So, and there was rumors of having a remake of Monster Squad in 2008, but got scrapped. Now they're talking. I know Disney's talking about doing a remake of Hocus Pocus. They got. I don't know if that's going to happen or not. I mean, I thought Hocus Pocus was cool. I don't remember it at all. Barely remember it. But I really dug the Monster Squad. It was cool that they had Creature from Black Lagoon in it. But the main focuses were Frankenstein and Dracula. And then the Wolfman, there's a little bit of because back in the 80s they still did practical effects. I mean, there's some other effects too. Back then they did a little bit of a practical werewolf transformation, a very short, brief one, but it was pretty good. I liked it. I think it's a very entertaining movie. I hope you like this video. Bye. Till next time, please take care, my legion.